So my brother hit me up. My brother hit me up a second ago and said, man, you got to go in deeper on what you were talking about this morning, man. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, it took me a long time to understand this, man. But when I say that all joy is in the present moment, I'm going to tell you, brothers, this is something that took me a long time to learn. I'm talking about 20 plus years to learn. But once you learn this, once you learn that all joy is in the moment, bro, everything is going to change for you. I'm talking about getting the bag, finding love in relationships, finding help, all that stuff. It all comes down to understanding that all joy is in the present moment. And the thing is this. This world doesn't want you to know that, because they know that once you understand that, now you have life on the ropes. Now you have life on the ropes, man. So brother sent me a DM, said, man, you got to go in on what you're really talking about. Because I posted a video earlier, man, and I said, you know what, the highlight of my day is not all this other stuff that I can get involved with. Like, that's not the highlight. Like, the highlight is waking up, being in that present moment, connecting with source energy, bro. Like, that's the highlight. So brother asked me to go in, man. So I'm going to try to go in and explain. Because like I say, once you figure this out, bro, you going to whoop life's ass. Again, if you want the money, if you want the bag, if you want the women, it all comes down to the present moment, man. So this is what I'm saying, bro. So I can remember, I probably was in my 20s, man. I bought a book from Russell. It was one of Russell Simmons' books. And I can't think of the name of it, but reading the title, it led me to believe that Russell Simmons was about to teach me how to make millions of dollars. I said, Russell's going to teach me how to get the bag, man. So I bought the book, and I'm probably 25% of the way through the book. And he's saying nothing about how to get the bag. He isn't saying nothing about, all he's talking about is meditation and Zen and peace. And I'm like, Mo, this is bullshit. And I end up throwing the book in the trash. I've never thrown a book in the trash. Man, I was so pissed off, man. I threw the book in the trash. Spent my hard-earned money, which I didn't have much in my 20s, on this book, showing me how to get money. And he's talking about some other stuff. I threw it in the trash, man. And I said, bro, you know what? Like that was misleading. Having no idea, man, that he was just taking a long route on telling me how to succeed, right? So fast forward, man. And this is when I really started learning a lot. Like I had a stepfather of mine passed away some years ago, around 2014-ish. And I learned a lot from him during his life. Kind of just watching him, not as much, not really talking to him as much, but more just kind of watching how he moved, how he was stoic, and he was set in his ways, man. I learned a lot from him. But I learned the largest lesson from him before he died. The last few days before he died, right? Now my stepfather, man, he had accomplished a lot of stuff. Man, he owned his own business. Him and my mom had a large home in the middle of several acres. He was quote unquote successful, right? And I can remember, man, he probably only had 3 or 4 days left to live, man. He was still at home. It was before he went to hospice. And he was in that state. If you'd ever seen anybody go through death slowly, man, the last few stages, or last stages, man, is when a person is in and out. A person is they're conscious, and then they're kind of in this faded state. Like, there are stages to death. And he was in that state, man. So I can remember my mom called me, and I went over there and talked to him. And we had a closed door meeting. We closed the door, and we were pretty much having a conversation, fully aware that this was our last conversation. That's a real thing, bro, having a conversation with a man like that. And I've had a number of those in my life, man. So anyway, we're having a conversation, and even in that conversation, he's still in and out. And in this, 45-minute talk, he's out of it, and he kind of comes back to, and he's like, where am I at? And I said, man, and this is what I said. This is when I started learning something. I said, man, you in this large home you built. And I'm just going down through there telling him all of his accolades. Man, we're in this large home, man. Like, you got the nice things. We on all these acres. I'm just telling him all his accolades, and the whole time he's just shaking his head. He just like, nope. Like, And I said, I mean, it was to the point where he was so weak that I was getting ready to pick him up and show him his house and go outside and show him what he had accomplished. And he was like, I don't want to see it. He said, I don't even want to see it, man. And he was just saying a few things. And I'll be honest, man, I couldn't make sense of it. I was like, why does he not want to? I said, I'm trying to show him. And this is what I told him. I said, man, in so many words, I said, man, you whooped life's ass. I said, you wanted life, man. Look what you've accomplished. And the whole time he was just shaking his head, bro. Like this is not what it is, man. Like, this ain't what it do. And I couldn't make sense of it, man. Long story short, he passed away, right? Some years later, man, I had a friend of mine, very close friend of mine that I served with in the military. He was going through some problems. He was in the hospital. He was going through this same situation. He was days within death. He was more conscious. He could have more conscious conversations, but he was in that same state where he knew he was within his last few days, maybe last week of living. And I'm down there talking to him in a hospital room, man, having this one-on-one conversation, kind of helping him on how he's going to have everything settled after he's passing. And, man, the conversation just went somewhere else, bro. In this conversation, he started talking about the things he's done. He's like, bro, man, like, man, I've done this. And he was talking about his trips. It was some particular trip that he kept talking about that I didn't really understand what he was saying. But he was talking about his trips. He was talking about his cars. Talking about the shit he's done, man. I'm like, bro, like, yeah, like, again, I'm like, you whooped life's ass, man. And he told me this, bro. He told me this. He said, bro, you want to know what means everything to me right now? He said, he said, every morning I wake up. He said, I make me some coffee. He said, I'll sit at my kitchen table. He said, my wife is still asleep. My daughter is still in her room, still asleep. He said, in that moment right there, brother, he said, that's one of the rare times I'm in my present moment where I'm just sitting still and I can have gratitude for everything that I've done. Like beyond the grind, beyond the hustle, beyond the trips. He said, bro, this is the moment this is what I'm going to miss, man. And when he said that, man, what my stepfather was saying, brother, it made sense to me. It made sense to what he didn't say. I was sitting here trying to pick him up and carry him around and show him this large house and land he had bought. And he was shaking his head like, no, like, I don't want to see it. What he was saying is, when you're in this spot where I'm at right now, that won't mean shit. He didn't say that, but that's what he was saying. He said, bro, when you get to the last moments of your life, like, all that stuff that you accomplished, like, it's good. Not saying don't get it, but when you get right here where I'm at, brother, you won't even want to talk about it. It's so irrelevant. You won't even want to talk about it. The joy is in just being present. The joy is in your present moment, man. That's what they were saying, man. And I'm thinking about my partner, man. Rest in peace to both of them, who was days away from death, man. That was in a successful situation. And he said, brother, the only thing he's going to miss is waking up, drinking his coffee when his wife and daughter are still asleep. And he can just sit there and be grateful that he has a home to put them in, that he has food in the refrigerator. And I was like, bro, that's heavy, man. So I mean, those two situations, man, changed everything in me. And trust me, bro, trust me, I'm all about the grind. I'm all about getting the bag. I'm all about getting Zeke. Trust me, bro. I'm all about seeing places in the world. I'm all about buying bigger cars, faster cars, bigger homes. I'm about that life. You know, shout out to my mentors that teach me how to do that. And I can go down through the name of them. Shout out to Rico. Shout out to Doug. These brothers show me how to get the bag. These brothers show me how to live, man. And I'm about that life. But at the same time, I can't forget what I've learned from the people who were moments away from passing over. You know, it's like, you know, if you brothers are into games, if you're gamers, right? It's like walking in on somebody playing PS5, right? And they're moments away from whooping the main character or conquering the game. You see none of it, right? They're moments away from it, and you're getting ready to start the game. And they pause the game and say, bro, you know what? This whole game, out of this whole game, this is what I want you to take away from this game. Brother, they're getting ready to give you some nuggets. If a man is moments away from passing over, brother, he's getting ready to give you some nuggets. You know what I'm saying? So I move through life, whooping life's ass, of course, man. But I have to stay present. It's me staying present is It's me staying present is what's put me in position to move how I move. I'm going to say that again, brother. First off, let me say this. Being present costs you nothing. Being present costs you nothing. To go outside and ground and sip on you some coffee, eat you some fruit, that shit don't cost you but a couple of dollars, man. Anybody can do that. But you have to understand the power in being present in that moment, bro. And once I understood that, it took me all the way back to buying that book from Russell Simmons when he was talking about meditation and this. I was like, bro, like now I'm wishing I would have read the whole book. Because now I'm understanding he was walking me down the path, man. He was walking me through the process. Shameless plug, man. The book will be dropping in a few weeks. I'm giving you the game on this. I'm giving you the game, nuts and bolts on the inner workings of man, on what's taking place spiritually, bro, to put you in position to live life on your own terms. Like, that should be the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal for every single man is to be able to wake up and live life on his own terms. To wake up and not have to report to nobody but source energy. To wake up and not hit anybody's clock but his own. To wake up and not have to answer to anybody but himself. If that ain't your goal, brother, you're not really trying to live life. Because getting the bag and all that stuff is vital. But what I'm telling you now, once you master this part, getting the bag will be easy. Finding that freedom will be easy. But I want to tell you before I get off here, man, because I got to get to work. I got to get to the grind. I want to tell you why being in the present moment is everything. This is why being in the present moment is everything. Because you got to understand this, brothers. You got to understand this, sisters. When you're not living in the present moment, you're actually getting robbed. I'm going to say it real slow, man. If you aren't living in the present moment, if you aren't being appreciative for exactly what's taking place at this moment, you're getting robbed. You're getting robbed and you don't even know it. What do you mean, soul? You have to think about, and I say this all the time, man, the only thing that exists is now. Like the past and the future, or not only do they not exist, they're irrelevant. And when you live in those things, you're robbing yourself, brother. Because you got to understand that the past is constantly telling you who you used to be, and the future is constantly telling you what you're not. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to try to say it in a different way. A lot of y'all brothers and sisters that grew up in past, I don't care if you had trauma. I don't care if you grew up in poverty. I don't care if you grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. I don't care if your pops was hitting you upside the head. I don't care if you found yourself doing time in prison. I don't care if you find yourself doing time deployed and you didn't have access to your family. There's a vibe connected to that. There's an energy connected to that. And when you constantly, if you're not in this moment and you're constantly reflecting on the past, that pendulum is swinging between your now and the past. So you're always going to be creating the result of what you used to be. Your life will be in circles. You'll be like, man, why in the hell is life doing what it's doing? It's like, bro, because you're back there. You're not in your present moment. And a lot of people understand that, and they'll say, you know what? Okay, I understand how the past robs me. But then they'll say, okay, let me look forward to my future. Let me look forward to my goals. You don't understand that your future is robbing you just as much as your past. Because your future is telling you what you're not. Oh, next year I'm gonna walk away from my job next year. Next year I'm gonna get 6 figures. I'm gonna get 7 figures. Sisters are saying next year I'm gonna have a ring on my finger. I'm gonna be booed up and blah blah. You're constantly reminding yourself of what you are not. So the future is just as damaging as your past. So when I say that all joy is in the present moment, that's what I'm saying, man. Like when the Bible talk, and I'm not gonna talk about this heavy because I'm breaking this down later. When spirit world or ancient texts or the Bible talk about bringing heaven down on earth, that's really what it's talking about. There's really only one way to do that. Well, and it's several pieces to doing it, which I'm going to break it down. But the only way you do that is by bringing everything to the present, bro. Like right now. And whatever that right now is, it may not be like me getting my ass up in the morning and grounding and eating apricot and drinking some high quality H2O. Your present moment is whatever you're doing. You might be in the convertible driving down the coast of California, enjoying the moment with your baddie on the side. If that's what you're doing, be in that moment. If that's what you're doing, be in that moment. Nothing else exists but that moment. I don't care if you're somewhere and you're shoveling shit and you're unhappy. Be in that moment. I'm going to say that again, bro, because that's where the power lies. I don't care if you're doing something. I don't care if you have a job you don't want to be at. I don't care if you have a woman that you, a relationship, man or woman that you say, you know what, man, this ain't what it do. Like, this is not life. I want to get out of this situation. I don't care if you're working a job and you're literally shoveling shit. And you're saying, bro, like there has to be more than this. Whatever you're doing, man, I'm telling you, the power is being in that moment. Don't be in that moment and think about what life will be like in a year from now. Don't think about what life was back when you were winning, back when you had the bag a year before that. Be in that present moment. Be in that present moment. And in that present moment, bring that vibe that you want in that moment. In that moment. I'm gonna tell you this, when I found myself working my job, my last job, and I was winning, brother. I was man, nice salary, nice everything. But when I found myself in that position and I didn't want to be there anymore, I didn't start projecting myself to where I didn't start projecting myself to where I am right now, is what I'm saying. What I did was I thought out in the future. I grabbed that vision of my life right now. I grabbed that vision and I brought it to me. I brought it to me. I brought it to this moment. I'm going to tell you, but that's where the power is, man. Take that vision and bring it to your now. So again, if you're shoveling shit and you want to be this six-figure man that wakes up and do whatever hell you want to do, bring it to the moment when you're shoveling shit. Shovel shit like you're one that owns your own world, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If you sisters are saying, you know what, I want to be booed up next year. I want to be husband. But it's Saturday night and I'm sitting at home and I'm doing nothing. I'm painting my nails with nowhere to go. I'm doing my hair and I ain't got nobody to take me out. Be in that moment in solitude at home doing your own thing. Bring that joy that you think you're going to have in the future. Bring it to your now and have it now. That's the power, bro. I wish I was lying. I wish I was lying, bro. That's where the power is. The power is bringing everything to you now, regardless of what you're doing. And the thing is, when you have time to slow down, that's why I like it. That's why my highlight is my present moment is in the morning when everybody kind of still asleep, the world is still waking up, birds are chirping, sun is still trying to come over the horizon. It's because everything is still. Nothing's really going on. That's why it's my highlight. But make your highlight your own, man. And the thing is this, I think a lot of people understand this. Like if you've ever been someone that's been at ease, brother, Memphis, at ease, brother. If you've ever been someone if you've ever been locked up or if you've ever been deployed, which they're different, but there's a similar energy in both. If you've ever been locked up or deployed, you can understand. You can almost understand with those people that are at the edge of death. You can almost understand what they're experiencing. I mean, I've never been locked up, right? No more than a weekend. I can remember I got locked up for a weekend. I got locked up for a weekend, man. Back when I was probably 19 years old, man. A cop. I'm in a store shopping. Quick story. I'm in a store shopping. I don't know if y'all remember Radio Shack. Y'all youngsters probably don't remember. I'm in a Radio Shack shopping for some stereo equipment for my truck, and a cop just walks in. The dude come through the door and come to me and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm finna give you a ticket for no seatbelt. Like, I saw you 20 minutes ago on highway so-and-so, and I'm finna give you a ticket." And I was like, "The hell you not? Like, bro, you're not finna walk in a store and give me a ticket that you know what I'm saying? That ain't going down." And he was like, "Well, you gonna sign this ticket or you going to jail?" And I was like, "Let's go." You know, they wouldn't let me use the phone for long story short, man. So I spent a weekend in jail, which is nothing. But this is when I understood this. If you ever get deployed Like when I got deployed to the Middle East, brother, when you get put somewhere in a place that you really don't want to be for a year, and you have no connection with home, all you're doing is, and it's not even about just being in the desert. I'm talking about being in the desert, not knowing if you're going to live to see the next day. Being in the desert, knowing that everybody that's over there is not going home. Understanding that you're in a situation where everybody is not going home. That has to be the closest thing is doing time in prison. And when you're in that moment, man, when I used to wake up in the morning, man, and the sunrises in the desert, man, are the most beautiful. But man, when I would wake up in the middle of the desert, bro, I would say to myself, man, like, man, you know what? There's nothing more important, man, than just sitting in my living room. Like I don't care if it's a 100,000 square foot home or if it's a 200 square foot apartment. Like I would trade everything right now to just be able to sit and enjoy a peaceful present moment without bullets flying, to enjoy a peaceful present moment. So I can understand why a lot of people don't understand that. I can understand why when I say something like bro, man, like the peaceful shit is just goddamn just enjoying that moment, eating some fruit, drinking some water. I can understand it, but because most people are living either in their past or their future. And if you're living in one of those, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Makes no sense. You saying, screw that, man, I got to get to it. I got work to do. You got to understand, man, that is the work. That is the work. Because that's when the internal work can get done. When you sit in that stillness, when you sit in that present moment, that's where the work takes place. That's when you can bring that world and bring it to your now, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. There's no other way to put it. And I know a lot of y'all are saying this. I know a lot of y'all are saying, you know, when you get on, you know, YouTube and you get on social media, or when you get books and you're trying to get ahead, you're trying to get a certain level of financial or you're trying to get a certain level of freedom, you're saying, tell me how to get the bag. Tell me what to do to get the bag. That's what you're saying. Tell me how to get the bag. So you telling me you wake up every single morning and do what you want to do? But I'm going to tell you this. I give zero fucks about what day it is. I don't care if it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. To me, every day is either Saturday or it's Monday. Either I'm going to wake up and I'm going to chill all day, or I'm going to wake up and I'm going to grind. And to be honest, I haven't had a Saturday in a long time because I'm so in love with my Mondays. You know what I'm saying? I'm so in love with my Mondays. I'm so in love with waking up, doing what I want to do. I'm so in love with sharing my thoughts with my brothers and my sisters. I'm so in love with putting my thoughts on paper. I'm so in love with getting on the power circle and chopping with my brothers, exchanging thoughts, iron sharpening iron. I'm so in love with it. It's like, who needs a day off? I don't need a Saturday, man. I love my life. I love it. And the fact that I love my life, the fact that I started living in my present moment, that's when the money started coming. That's when the money started coming. Because before that, I was chasing it for years. How to get the bag? How to get the bag? Let me read this book. Let me watch this video. What are they doing? What are they doing? And if you read between the lines and look what they're doing, they're living in their present moment. That's why Bob Proctor said, it don't matter what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. Meaning two people can be doing the exact same thing and get two different results. It's not what they're doing, it's how they're doing it. Is one man sitting there saying what his business used to be like or what it's going to be like in the future? Or is one man just sitting there and enjoying his day saying, you know what? I'm grateful to even have this business. I'm grateful to even exchange my service with my brothers on a daily basis. He's in that present moment. This is the man that's going to scale. This is the man that's going to scale. He's in his present moment, man. Yeah. Brother Sean said, to an entrepreneur, Friday and Monday are the exact same. There are no days of the week. And I'm going to tell you, bro, there's a freedom with that. There's a freedom with not knowing, not caring what day it is. There's a freedom to that you can't explain. Because think about this. The majority of people, how much pay? I'm bad about to die, bro. Hold up. I got a little juice. The majority of people are waking up and they're saying, you know, so they wake up, they have Friday, you know, they get on the weekend for people to have weekends off. And they're like, you know what? I'm lit. Let's turn up. Let's do. Saturday come, they're at the high. Come Sunday, they're already tapping into that state of depression. They're like, you know what? It's Sunday, man. I might hit the day party. I might take babe out to dinner. But tomorrow, I'm going to be back in that same hellhole. I'm going to tell you this, man. You have no idea how much hell that is. To live 40, 50, 60, 70 years only enjoying 2.5 days out of your week? Bro, I would rather clock out and just transition to the next life before I do that again. Screw that life. And the thing is this, it's not even about having a certain bag when you're thinking about that. I would rather make the bare minimum. I would rather move in a small apartment. I think, what are they called? They're called economy apartments where the kitchen, or they call them something else now, studios, I guess. Where the kitchen and the bed, everything's in the same room except the bathroom. I would rather move in a low cost studio with one room and live life on my own terms than make $220,000, $250,000 a year and being miserable between Monday and Friday. Hell no. Bro, you have no idea, but you don't understand that until you taste freedom. Efficiency. Yeah. Efficiency. I would rather live in an efficiency apartment, just being able to keep my lights on, just being able to eat chicken and ramen noodles and have my freedom to expand because I understand this. And I'm only saying it because I understand this. If I got that $220,000, $250,000 job and I'm miserable, I'm being robbed 7 days a week. I'm being robbed from my present moment because all I'm thinking about is what I used to be and what I'm not now. But if I'm in that present moment, I own my time now. And if I own my time, I own my energy, but I can create whatever I want to create. I'm telling you, bro, the power is in the present moment, man. It's in the present, bro. So I said all that to say this, because I'm about to get out here, man, and get to the grizzy, man. I don't care what you're doing right now, bro. I don't care if you are sitting in a cubicle that you don't want to be at. I don't even care if you're sitting in an unemployment line and you're saying, bro, how am I going to make it? Right? Either one. Be in that moment right there. Be in that experience and love it. Love that experience that you're in. I don't care if it's good or bad, man. Love that experience because that's where your power is. Whatever your vision is, take that vision and bring it to your present moment. Because I'm going to tell you this. If you go to an unemployment office, you can tell everybody in there has a certain kind of walk. You lost your job. You don't know where the next check is coming from. There's a certain energy that's on you, bro. You can't see it. You don't think everybody else feels it. But it's on you. But it's on you. I'm going to say that again, brother. I'm going to say that again. There's an energy on you. If abundance is in you, there's an energy on you. Like I'll say it like this. I can tell when I see a man in a Gucci belt and Stacey Adams shoes, I can tell when that man is broke. My intuition tells me when that man is broke. Because his energy is different. Yeah, he has a shiny belt on, but his walk is different. His walk is different, bro. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. I can see when a man has shiny things and chains and ain't got but $5 in the bank. I can see it. Because I felt that energy being broke. At the same time, I can see when a man has a $2 Walmart t-shirt on. But he has a few dollars in the bank. I can see it, bro. I can see it. Look at the Zuckerbergs of the world. If a man didn't know Zuckerberg, you would see Zuckerberg wearing the same jeans and t-shirt all the time, but I can tell he has money. I can tell Zuckerberg got money regardless of what he's wearing. It's an energy. Maybe everybody can't see it, but I can see it. I can see it, bro. So what I'm saying is, if you find yourself in that unemployment line right now, if you're watching this in an unemployment line, Quickly, briefly, think about that future version of yourself. Think about when you do hit that $75,000 mark. Think about when you do hit that $150,000 mark. There's the energy associated with it, bro. Take that energy and bring it to you right now. And while you're standing in that unemployment line, pump your damn chest out, bro. And walk as if you're that man that already has it, man. Everything is in your present moment. Hey, I'm giving y'all the game. I'm giving you the game to freedom. I'm giving it to you. This is the game. This is the game. Yo, I could tell you, well, you know, I could tell you what I do to accomplish, you know, I could tell you, hey, you know, start a YouTube channel. I could tell you, hey, man, put some documentaries together. Hey, man, start you a group of membership, man. Hey, start you you know, I could teach you about 4 or 5 different streams. But it's not about what you do. It's how you do whatever you're doing. And it's just taking that future version of yourself and bringing it to you now, bro. Like, that's the hack. I'm going to tell you this. That's even the hack of people that don't even know it's the hack. That's the hack to people that don't even know it's the hack. I'm going to tell you this, man. When I'm talking to people, man, that are, quote unquote, and I use the word successful very lightly. When I talk to people that are, quote unquote, successful, I listen. But I listen to not what they're saying. And when I say that, I'm talking about people that are older than me and younger than me. Most of my impactful mentors are actually younger than me as far as in the financial game. Or actually younger than me. Shout out to Rico, man. This brother's giving me so much game. Brother Rico, brother at Roughneck Actual. Go follow brother Roughneck. Me and this brother Chop, man, we were chopping. He's talking about a variety of things. He's talking about how to move in real estate. He's talking about how to do. You know, he's giving me the game, right? And I'm listening. But in the midst of me listening to what he's saying, I'm listening to the current of energy he's coming from. I'm listening to the state of mind he's speaking from, because that's where the nuggets are. That's where the nuggets are, man. So when you get on YouTube and you want to find out how to get to 6 figures, how to make $1 million in a year, listen to what they're saying. But the most important thing is listening to the frequency they're coming from, because that's what you want to extract. You want to extract that frequency. It says, so what if you know the hack, but it's still not working? Bro, that's a heavy question. That's a heavy question, and I want to give you the answer, bro. The book will be out in a few weeks, though. The book will be out in a few weeks, and I'm going to answer that. Because the fact that you even asked that question is the problem. Not saying that, you know what I'm saying, bro. The fact that even comes up, like, I'm doing the thing, but it's not working. The fact that two polar opposites exist that are different is the problem. But I'm gonna break that down in the book, man. I'm gonna start promoting the book probably here in the next couple of days, man, and it'll be out in a few weeks. But I'm giving you the game now. But when I get in the book, brother, I'll be giving you the nuts and bolts. I'll be giving you the schematics. I'll be giving you the blueprint of how you can live whatever life you want to live. And that's the thing is that life is gonna be different for everybody, man. The life you want to live is different than everybody else. Some brothers want to live in a kingdom in the middle of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers, like my brother Cam, shout out to my brother Cam in the Power Circle, man. He was living that life. And Cam all of a sudden said, man, you know what? I want to sell all this shit and just break life down to living in a camper and traveling the world and getting me a little off-road truck, and like, brother, that's my abundance. And moving that energy. So again, it's not what, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Once you understand this stuff, life is fun. Like there's not a moment to me, there's not a moment that exists now that life isn't fun. There's not a moment that exists right now where I'm not enjoying life. Even when challenges come my way. Even if I get a letter in the mail that says, oh, you know, you got to make this kind of change, or the bank is this, or your stocks is doing this. I'm still like, you know what? Life is good because I'm in this present moment. Like, even when I'm in my present moment and a challenge comes my way, it's like, bro, like this This is life. This is still part of life. Like taking the trips to Dubai are just as important as getting pieces of bad information. It's all part of the same game. Like I always say, nobody wants to play a video game with no challenges. Who in the hell wants to cut on Call of Duty and go straight from the gun range to winning the whole mission with no ops? No ops in sight. Just you running through the battleground. What they call it? What's it called in Call of Duty? Free for all. Running through Call of Duty free for all with no ops. Wouldn't be no fun, brothers. So all I'm saying is this. All joy is in the present moment. All joy is in the present moment. Once you understand that, brothers, you're going to whoop life's ass. Once you understand that, brothers, you're going to whoop life's ass. Once you understand that everything, all joy, all abundance, all prosperity is in my now, you're going to find that freedom. You're going to find that freedom where I don't wear a watch. I don't care what time it is. I don't need a calendar. I don't care what day it is. Brother, I don't care. Brother, that's my level of achievement. That's what I want to achieve, that freedom. I want that freedom. The bag is a byproduct of that. The bag that I can get on a flight right now and fly to Barbados, fly to Miami. The fact that I can get up right now and go on a little shopping spree, go buy me some kicks, like that's good. But the joy is being able to sit right here in my present moment, not giving a damn what time it is, not giving a damn what the weather is doing, not giving a damn what day it is, and share the thoughts in my mind with my brothers and sisters. There's nothing greater than that. There's nothing greater than that to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm on my deathbed, brother, I'm going to be all smiles. I don't care if it's in 100 years. I don't care if it's 100 seconds from now. Soul going to be all smiles. I'm going to be listening to that meter slowly get going. I'm going to be hearing myself die, twiddling my thumbs in joy. Saying, I whoop life ass, bro. I whoop life ass because I never left my present moment. I whoop life ass because even in death, bro, even on my deathbed, I'm not going to be thinking about, oh man, when I was in my 20s, we used to da-da-da-da-da. I'm not going to be thinking about what's going to happen when I pass over. On my deathbed, I'm going to still be in my present moment saying, you know what? I'm glad I had a chance to be a part of this experience. Like I've talked to men on their deathbed. Now I'm experiencing it. Gratitude in death, brothers. When you find gratitude in your hard times, when you find gratitude at the bottom, when you find gratitude in your deathbed, bro, you whoop life's ass. Nobody has control over you. Nobody has control over you then, man. It's all about freedom. It's all about freedom. Freedom over everything. And once you tap into that freedom, everything else is a byproduct of that. That's why they don't want you to know that. Because you'll be sitting there chasing, you'll be sitting on the gram seeing what everybody got, how everybody living, what everybody living in, what everybody driving. And you should take that and use it as inspiration. Use it as inspiration. But if you're sitting in the energy saying, damn, look what so-and-so got. That's a version of me that don't yet exist. Now all I'm thinking about is what I don't have. And you're sitting there at work and you're sitting there miserable. You're sitting there arguing with a boss saying, damn, man, life sucks. Because I'm not living life like so-and-so. You understand that's a trap. That's the trap. That's the trap. Why do you think Facebook is free? Why do you think Instagram is free? These companies are worth billions. Yet they cost nothing for us to partake in. Hey, you can't even watch cable for free. Netflix is $20 a month or something, right? They're charging you for that. Social media is free. Access to all this is free. Why is that? Because if you don't understand it, it's the ball and chain on your ass, man. It's the ball and chain on you, bro. Either social media is going to use you or you're going to use it. There's no in between. If I didn't have products and services and things I wanted to share with my brothers, you think I would be on social media? Man, you wouldn't even know Soul. You wouldn't even know me, bro. I be in the middle of freaking woods, twiddling my thumbs, living life. This shit ain't, I don't like this social media shit, but I love sharing stuff with my brothers and sisters. I have products and services that I want to share with. So social media is that tool. But you will very rarely see me getting on social media just scanning and looking at stories and reading their, I hate to say it, man. I really don't be caring too much what a lot of people are doing throughout the day. Because I'm enjoying my moment. Yeah, of course I like getting on Facebook probably once every few months, seeing who got married, who have a baby, and comment, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, okay, I got my fix on that. Let me live my life. People who scroll on social media all the time, they aren't living their life. They're living vicariously through everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. If you are on social media all day, if you're going through everybody's stories, if you're going through everybody's highlights, you aren't living life. You aren't even plugged in. You probably damn near actually hate your life. You're living vicariously through everybody else. Live in your moment, man. Once you live in your moment, man, that's when the ideas come. Once you sit in that stillness, going back to 2009, man, I hate talking about the past, bro. But going back to in 2009, when I'm sitting in a house with no lights, drinking tap water and eating a candy bar for dinner, hard times brought me to my current moment. When nobody else was really there for me, and I was forced to be in my present moment, I was like, you know what? Okay, life is what it is. I got one couch to my name. I got an old box TV to my name. Nothing's left. This is life. I said, so this is life. This is your now. Like you can't run from it. You can't escape it. This is your now. Because a lot of people will escape it. A lot of people will go to the Bible. A lot of people go to the club. A lot of people get in relationships to escape their present moment because they hate it. But once you embrace that current moment and say, you know what, okay, it sucks, but it's my current reality. The moment I did that, the moment I was sitting in the house, no electricity, bro, sitting on the couch with a television that I couldn't even cut on because I had no juice. And I said, this is my moment right now. That's when the ideas came to me. That's when the ideas came to me. That's when I started. I had the idea to start a trucking company. I started a trucking company, Tyler, Texas, called Straight Path Trucking some years ago. And that company is what brought me out of the mud. That company is what brought me out of the mud. But before I faced my reality, the idea would never come. Because I was escaping my now. Like I'm saying, all the power is in your now. But if you're escaping the now, you can't even get the ideas that'll bring you out the mud, bro. You can't even get the ideas to bring you out the mud if you're escaping your now. What do you mean escaping your now, soul? Most people, I'm going to tell you this. This is the reason I stopped smoking. This is the reason I stopped participating in all vices. This is the reason I don't even want to even put myself in intimate situations with women that I'm not with for the long haul. Because I understood that all that was a form of escape. I understood that all that was me forfeiting my victories in life. And what most people are doing when they chase the bottle, when they chase the bud, when they chase the thotties in the street, what they're saying, ultimately, what they're saying is, you know what? I hate my now so bad, I got to run from it. They're saying, I hate my current situation so much, I got to occupy my mind with something. I'm going to tell you this, bro. If you take your ass home, sit there in the house, cut that TV off, man, and just sit there and say, you know what, man? My money is jacked up. I'm lonely as hell. The food in my refrigerator is toxic. But you know what? I'm owning it. I'm owning the fact that I was the generator and creator of it. Once you own it, but I'm going to tell you this, you're going to get all kind of information on how to get out of it. But very few people take that moment of silence to even pause to receive it. Because they're running. Every Saturday night, where you going? Boom, running. You got $100 in the bank. Every weekend, you trying to get lit. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? You got $100 to your name? You ain't got $1,000? You've been working 20 years, 30 30 years, 40 years, and you don't have $1,000 in savings and you finna go get turned up? Sister, you ain't got $1,000 to your name and you trying to go to Jamaica on a girl's trip? What in the cornbread hell are y'all thinking about? Y'all are caught up in this matrix, man. Once you stop giving zero F's about what everybody is doing, how they're moving, bro, your life is going to change. I'm telling you, man. And I'm just wishing I would have known this at 20. That's why I'm sharing this with brothers. It's like, brothers, y'all brothers that are 20, 21, 22, my nephew Jay, my nieces, I share this with them. It's like, don't wait till you're in your 40s to know this. Know this in your 20s. So that way, when you're 40s, you're where I'm going to be. And you know what I'm saying? It's about closing that gap, but it's all about understanding. It's not about not enjoying life. It's not about not enjoying life. It's not even about spending money. Matter of fact, later on today, I'm going to be out doing some car shopping. I'm going to be, you know, I like living life, but it's like, bro, those are byproducts. I put that stuff in its place. I put it in its place, man. And as I keep it in its place, it has no power over me. It has no power over me. If something was to happen right now, and all the money I have in my bank was gone, if something was to happen to me right now, and this home that I'm sitting in right now was gone, the car that I drive right now was gone, my energy would not change. It would not change. Because I don't put my power in it. I don't put any life force in it. It's like when I partake in those things, it's like my energetic abundant cup. Once that cup runneth over, like your word says, once that cup runneth over, whatever that cup runneth over with is what I use to play the game of life like everybody else. But my cup has to stay full. Because once my cup is empty, if those things are gone because I put my energy in it, now I'm screwed. Now I'm screwed. Again, it's not what you do, brothers, it's how you do it. I'm giving you the game, man. I'm giving you the game. If you want to get deeper into the game, I'm telling you, get a consultation. But I'm going to say this, get a consultation before June 15th. Consultations are going from $300 to probably $1,000 for a session. $1,000 a session. Because when I have consultations with people, I'm giving them the game to take themselves out of a situation they don't want to be. You want to book on one? If you want to book on a one-on-one, you probably got another 10 days max, 12 days, 15 days max to book a consultation at I don't know what consultation is. Either it's $200 right now or $300 for a session. You want to book a session now. Because it's gonna be $1,000 a session in the next 10 days. When the book comes out and I'm giving you the game of how I live, session gonna be $1,000. A session is gonna be $1,000. For me to sit down and break your situation down to nuts and bolts and tell you how to get out of it, it's gonna be $1,000, bro, minimum. Minimum. Because I'm gonna tell you how to take your current situation, man, and start that business and find that freedom. And I know freedom, I know taking your ass out of a cubicle to taking it to where you're owning your own life, brother, it's worth millions. It's worth millions, man. Freedom, man. Freedom is the name of the game, bro. Freedom is the name of the game, brother. So that's all I wanted to say, man. Because like young homie said this morning, young brother sent me a DM. He said, so, like, I don't get it. I made a video this morning. I said, hey, man, you know, like, joy is in the present moment. Joy. He said, bro, I don't understand what you're saying. And I get it. I get there was a lot of intel left out. But your power is in your present moment. It's in your now, bro. And to be honest, if we want to get on an esoteric, if we want to really talk about what's really taking place, the only thing that exists is the present moment. The day you were born, the day Martin Luther King got shot, the day the prophets roamed the earth, the day you die, the day your great-great-great-grandkids are going to die, is all happening right now. There's no such thing as chronological time. Like we look at time as in the beginning and resurrection. That's not even a real thing. Time is lit. Time is like this. That's what time is. Life is taking place like this. It's all. I'm not going to go down that road, brother, because that's a whole nother 3 hours of talking. Once you understand, I'm telling you, once you understand that, once you understand that everything is in the now, bro, the amount of power you get from that, the amount of power you get from it, from understanding that whatever life is doing, being in your now. You ever seen the movie, and I'm finna get out here, man. You ever seen the movie, I think it's Hurricane, that Denzel Washington was in. I don't think that was Malcolm X, but I think it was the movie Hurricane, when he first went in prison, and he was tripping, he was, drug addict, and then at some point in time, he was sitting in his cell, and they were like, the guards like, you want to come out your cell? He was like, I don't have no need to come out of here. Like, I'm not even here, is what he was saying. Like, y'all see me, but I'm not even here, man. Like, I'm everywhere right now because I'm in the present moment. And in the present moment, everything exists. He said, yeah, I might be physically in a cell, but at this very moment, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Even going back to the movie, and it just hit me, man. Have y'all seen the movie Lucy? The movie Lucy is a heavy movie. It's one of those I'm gonna say this live, bro. It's one of those movies that make you think too. And when she hit that highest level and she quote unquote died, and she sent that message from the other side, he said, where are you? She said, I'm everywhere. I'm telling you, it's power in that moment, man. It's power in that moment, because when you're in that moment, you're everywhere. There's not a place you don't exist or a thing you don't have when you're in your present moment. There's not a place you don't exist nor a thing you don't have in that present moment, man. But this world wants you to chase all the time. Where are you at? This is what I'm going to have in the future. This is what I used to be. This is what I'm going to have in the future. This is what I used to be. Nobody is saying, you know what? Look at me now. The good or the bad, the ugly or whatever. This is me now. Nobody is doing that, bro. Nobody is living that life. Let me say, very few people are living that life, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get out here, man. I gotta get out here, man, and get back to the experience of life. Get back to the moment get back to the life that I've created. Get back to just enjoying life and sharing things with my brothers and making products that I love and just doing what I love. I want to get back to the game. I got to get off this social media so I can get back to the game of life, bro. So I can get back to enjoying every single moment that I'm in. Right now, I'm enjoying this moment. When this phone is off, I'm going to be enjoying that moment that I'm doing. It's all about my now. When I cut this live off, I won't even think about it again. When I make a YouTube video, I never go back and watch it. I record a video, I post it, I never go back and watch it. That's why I rarely even comment on videos later, because I don't go back and watch it. If I don't get a notification coming through my phone, I typically don't respond to it, because I'm like, you know what? What I said then, that's an older version of me. What am I thinking about right now? That's what my power is, bro. He says, how do we find the thing that we love to do? Finding self, sitting in stillness. This is how you find the thing that you love to do. Stop looking at everybody else for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes, for a few days, for a week. Cut social media off. Cut TV off. Pick up a book. Pick up a magazine. Something that you enjoy partaking in. Just go outside. Just live. Drive around the city, man. And just think to yourself. Spend time with yourself with no outside influence. And you go say, you know what? I like gardening. I like cooking. I like taking wood and making furniture out of it. I like taking my thoughts and putting them on YouTube. I like writing books. I like doing landscaping. Like you know what? I would do that for free. Think about what I'm saying, man. I'm finna give you the game, bro. I'm finna give you the game. I'm finna give you the game. Because most people think that, like a lot of people can say, you know what? I know what I love to do. And they can, like right now, you asked that question, how do you know? You already know what you love to do. You already know what you love to do, but in your mind, you may be saying, nobody's monetizing that. In a year of your Lord, 2023, everything can be monetized. What most people don't understand is that whatever you love to do can be monetized. I don't believe that there is nothing that can't be monetized. Hell, I get on YouTube sometime and I'll see some channels, man, where people are talking about, you know, hell, making puzzles or doing stuff, and they'll have 2-point-something million followers and are getting a bag from just sharing their experience, sharing their thoughts. So you gotta first stop looking at everybody else and see what you love, and then have the belief that, not even belief, then have the desire to share that experience with your brothers and sisters. It's all about sharing, man. What are you sharing? Just share a part of yourself. Share a part of yourself, man, and you have, everybody has value because your experience is different than everybody else's. My experience is different than everybody else's. And all I do for a living. That's what I do for a living. If somebody says, so what do you do for a living? I love life and I share life's experience. I love this experience and I like sharing it with my brothers and sisters. Telling them how I took my L's and telling them how I whooped its ass. That's what I do for a living. That's my job title. I'm an official life ass whooper and life sharer. I don't know, man. So stop. You know, we got to stop making it difficult because a lot of people think about the bag when they think about doing what they love. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you love first. And while you're working that job that you don't have, just start doing that thing you love. Just doing it from a passionate place. And then once it picks up steam, you'll be able to make that transition. I don't care what it is. Because when I first started making YouTube videos, I didn't say, you know what? This stuff that I'm talking about is going to end up being this, and I'm going to be able to branch off of it that, and branch off at this, and make this. I had no idea. All I was doing was making content for free on YouTube. Had no idea that just me sharing my thoughts, doing what I love, would put me in a state of freedom. Had no idea. Had no idea. To be honest, it wasn't even a thought. I was still trying to grow in my career. I was still trying to grow in my career and just say, you know what, I want to do this on the side. And I said, hey, you know what, people are getting paid for this? Okay, well, let me monetize it. As it's monetized, like, oh, I can break this off into this and I can make a product. I can do that, I can do that, I can do this. I can make streams of income just off of me sharing my experience. But that information came when I sit in my present moment. Because if I was sitting there trying to project myself to the world, this is what I am, this is what I am not. I can't sit still long enough to say, you know what, this is how you really need to move to get to that destination you really want to be at. Take that destination and bring it to your now. Don't worry about what everybody else is thinking. No, don't worry about all that stuff. Worry about you and worry about your now. That's when all the data and information came to me to say, you know what, this is how I got to move. This is me sitting in my stillness is what put me in situations that put me in circles to rub elbows with people that could give me the information to take me to where I was going. I'm going to say that again, bro. You got to understand this. You got to understand this. Because everything you need to know, when you say to yourself, how much battery I got, man? Because this thing going to die in a sec. I plan on being here. Yeah, I'm about to die here in a second. Let me wrap this up. When you put yourself in that present moment, a lot of times the information will come to you and say, you know what, okay, this is my desired outcome that I'm bringing to my now. A lot of times, man, spirit energy is going to tell you how to move. But a lot of times, man, he's just going to put you in the path of people that are moving like that. And those people are going to be able to share information to tell you how to move. And the thing is, man, you got to be able to put your pride in your back pocket when you're trying to learn how to move a certain way. Like I say, man, most of my mentors are younger than me. I don't sit there and say, oh, well, brother, I'm 40-some years old. I know this and how, I'm like, bro, I'm a student at all times. What is it that you know that I don't know? Like our paths cross for a reason. What is it that you know that I need to know to get me to my destination or to bring my destination toward me? So, man, it's, but yeah, brothers, all joy is in you now, man. All joy. Appreciate that, Ro. Appreciate joining the live, Ro. Love you, girl. I ain't been reading this, man. I don't know if y'all ask questions, man. We might start doing some lives. I don't know what this means. Does this mean somebody trying to join? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. So whatever you're doing now, that's what I'm gonna close out saying that. Whatever you're doing now, man, I don't care if you're in a cubicle. I don't care if you're out picking up dog poop for your job. I don't even care if you're winning. I don't care if you're sitting in a corner office collecting a $300,000 salary. If you're still projecting having $1 million salary, you're still being robbed. You're still being robbed. So it's not about the trinkets people have. It's like, are they enjoying their life? Because you can find a homeless man that enjoys his life. You can find a homeless man that's living in abundance. Like he's exactly where he wants to be. He's abundant if he's living like that, man. And he has full control to do whatever he wants to do in life. Create whatever he wants to do. So all I'm saying is this, before I close out, whatever you're doing right now, man, just bring it back to the now. Don't even think about what you're gonna have to cook when you get off work. Don't even think about what you got to do this evening. Don't think about that conference call. Don't think about feeding the husband and wife and cutting the grass. Don't think about none of that stuff. Don't even think about what you did yesterday, even if it was a highlight. Don't even think about it. Just for a moment, say, you know what? This is my current situation. Whether I like it or not, I'm at this cubicle, I'm at this job, I'm doing this thing. This is my current situation right now. And I love it because I created it. Brother, you finna open up the storehouse. Ain't that what the preacher say? You about to open up the storehouse, bro. You're about to tap into everything when you do that. Bro, I wish I was lying. I wish I was lying. Me learning that is how I'm living the life I'm living right now. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I'm wealthy and rich. I'm not saying none of that. I ain't saying none of that. I'm saying what I have is what I have. Y'all see me. Y'all see how I dress. Y'all see my YouTube videos. The shirts I wear on a regular basis, on a regular day, probably cost anywhere between $10 and $20. My shoes are just regular shoes. My belt is probably a old Navy belt. My jeans might cost $30. I got one or two pair of $100 jeans, you know, whatever. I ain't about that life. When I partake in that stuff, I partake in it. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not my truth. It's just not soul's truth. Like my truth is something, and that's what makes the world so beautiful. That everybody's truth is different. And I love sitting back looking at somebody else's truth saying, you know what? Oh, damn, that's cool. Like, I want to incorporate a piece of that into my truth, man. Thank you for that knowledge, brothers. I've been watching videos lately, man, about health and brothers learning about the right foods to eat. That wasn't a part of my truth. But it's like, oh man, like you're eating healthy foods and your body is doing certain thing and you're healing. Like, that wasn't my truth. But I like that. I'm not going to envy you for doing it. I'm not going to try to simulate what you're doing. I'm going to take what you're doing and bring it to my own now and make it my own. That's what people don't do, man. You get online and see people with the new cars and the new homes and the bad chick, and you like, oh, bro, you want to get salty. When you get salty about somebody else winning, what you're saying is, I'm unaware that I have the ability to do the same thing. That's what you're saying. When you see people get on videos and comment like, oh, he doing this. Why he got to go buy the new Lambo? Why he need a house that's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 square feet? Why he need this? Why he got to talk to a chick that's that fine? Or whatever. What you're saying is, I don't believe I have the ability to create what he's done. What you're saying is, I don't know who I am. I say the most important questions a man must ask himself every day. And I ask myself, who am I? Where am I going? In other words, who am I? In what direction am I facing? Am I facing my true north? Or am I trying to live the life that everybody on social media is living? Am I scrolling trying to see, oh, well, I don't have. Who am I and where am I going, brothers? I'm going to go for my phone die, man, because if it dies, I don't know if I'll be able to post the replay, man. But yeah, love y'all, man. Y'all have a good day. And just remember this, man. The only thing that exists is right now. Nothing else exists. Nothing else exists. Is your right now, brothers. Hell, I don't even know how to cut lives off. I ain't went live in so long. Oh, yeah, I guess it's X. Y'all have a good one, man. Love y'all.